Hi guys, come with me, let me show you how to remove beads from your beaded lace without tearing the lace or putting holes in the lace. Now I already cut the skirt pattern, so I'm going to be working on a mermaid skirt. I use like a miniature mannequin size. So this is how I first of all cut out the skirt. If it's a dress you are making with your beaded lace, just cut it out on the fabric itself. So I already cut out the skirt. Now the next thing I want to do is to mark out the allowance. Now the side seam allowance that you are going to be sewing out of the skirt, it is on that sewing line they are going to remove those beads. Not just, you're not going to be removing all the beads on the fabric obviously, so you're just going to be removing beads that are on that sewing line. So that's what I am doing. I am assuming that I'm going to be sewing out 1/2 inch from this skirt, right? So that's why I marked 1/2 inch all through. Now after marking it, I also did the same thing for the back. I marked that zip allowance. So whatever is your zip allowance for the back, you know you're going to be sewing it out, so you have to remove the beads on that line, and also the side seam for the back. So I did this for the both piece of the back. Now the next thing you want to do, now this is the trick here, I want to cut out my skirt pattern, like the lining for the skirt, right? I'm going to cut it out first before I remove the beads. So the first thing I did was to mark out the side allowance. Now I'm going to cut out the lining, that's the under lining that would be laminated to the lace, right? So that's what I just cut out. So after cutting it out, the next thing I want to do is that I want to open it up and just try to laminate the lace to this lining. So what I used there was a doll face, right? You can use any fabric of your choice. So I want to laminate this, so I'm going to be using a gum. You can decide to use hemming gum and then place hot iron on it, but because the lace is really tender and soft, I decided to use this gum. So it's a B7000 gum that I used. Now I just laminate it on it. So after doing this lamination, the next thing I want to do is to remove all the beads on that line, on that my sewing line, guys. So this is it, like it's so easy. Now when you have a fabric underneath the lace, it will help you to easily remove those tiny beads, especially for those tiny beads, because if you are removing them directly on the lace, it is going to make you to have holes, like your scissors will just be tearing the lace, like. But when you have a base, you have a fabric base like this, you can easily remove those beads. So I am going to remove these beads before I cut the actual lining for the front part of the skirt, right? This is just the lining that I used to safeguard my lace. I hope you understand. So I was done doing this for the front, and then I proceeded to do it for the back. So I cut out the lining part for the back that I'm going to be laminating with the lace. So I cut it out first of all, and I repeated the same process. I took my gum and then I gummed the two parts separately. Now after I was done gumming it, that was when I brought out my scissors again, and then remember I already marked half inch, that's for my side seam allowance and for my zipper allowance. And so that's what I did. I went ahead to remove all the beads that are on that sewing line. So guys, this is it. Like, it is so easy and it's so fast. You can just see that doing this, you would not even have to be sewing and then your needle is breaking so many times because you keep on matching on beads. Right now your beads are no longer on your sewing line because you trim them off even before you turn with your lining and all of that. So guys, this is the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also leave a comment. Bye.